Basketball season has begun at Iowa State, and it feels like ages ago since the Iowa State football team was 1-3. The team has battled through adversity and doubts and won 4 games in a row and are now sitting at 5-3. And head coach Matt Campbell says that the team is still battling through adversity, but now it's on the other side of the spectrum. 20-year-old Josue Alonso was shot and killed right here on this corner. Here is a memorial showing all the love and support that Josue had. His family is still heartbroken, though, and they want one thing, and that's justice. Iowa now has the most restrictive abortion law in the country. That law was signed right behind me by Governor Reynolds, who is receiving a lot of backlash from opponents who say this is violating women's rights. Construction of the Court Ave Bridge is in full swing, but with the first day of the farmers market, goers are left wondering, where do I park? Welcome back. The conference season just hasn't gone as planned for Ben Jacobson's Panthers. They were 3-6 in conference play heading into today's game with the MVC leader, Loyola. Well, it wasn't a good weekend for the Iowa wrestling team either. Yesterday, they hosted number 7 Michigan, and everything looked good until the end. Adam Rizzo with our Hawkeye headquarters has more on the disappointment. Yeah, like you said, Brian Peavy and Marcel Spears are huge for this defense. Brian Peavy, one of the best cornerbacks in the country, on a lot of big boards for the NFL draft this coming season. And then we seen what Marcel Spears could do last season, the big pick against TCU, many other big plays throughout the year as well. And switching over to the offensive side, Montgomery on many running back award watch lists this season. He's going to be a force. And then, of course, Kyle Kemp. Style, the senior there with the big goal. Great lead pass by Taylor B to get it done. And Style actually had a really good look on another goal. It was real close to 2 goals on the night. But like you said, Cyclones prevail, and they will play Baylor in the first round of the Big 12 tournament. A rock and a plaque stand as memorial for all the hard work that took place right here on the site of Little Ankeny. And with the building being right on the middle of campus and directly next door to the journalism building, students were full of curiosity. But nobody knew exactly what was going on in the old wooden shack. For the second straight year, the Cyclones capped off a perfect October and find themselves in the middle of the Big 12 championship race. Quarterback Tanner Lee sat out all of 2016, but so far here in fall camp, he looks to be the leader, and he likes what he sees. The Cyclones defeated Akron this past week for their first win of the season, winning that one 26-13, and the offense is beginning to find its identity. 3-0, that's Iowa State's record against ranked opponents on the road in their last 3 tries after defeating Oklahoma State this past weekend in Stillwater 48-42. Creighton Blue Jay fans will welcome a new point guard to the CenturyLink Center Omaha this season. Caleb Joseph started 30 games as a freshman at Syracuse. After seeing that time diminish as a sophomore, he decided to change scenery, and for him, Creighton was the best fit.
Biggest thing that stood out for me was the style of play. I think up-tempo really suits my abilities. We have 5 guys in the court at all times that can really shoot the ball. So for me, to be able to get in the lane, create scoring opportunities for guys, it's a dream come true for a point guard.
Joseph hopes to make an impact right away after sitting on the sidelines all year because of transfer rules, where he had to watch the Jays struggle at the point guard position after the loss of Maurice Watson Jr.
It's definitely difficult, but it's only as difficult as you make it. Once you embrace the challenge and start to realize the things that you can take away from it, it becomes just like any new obstacle. You face it head on and you try to conquer it.
Joseph says that Creighton fans can expect to see a player that leaves it all out on the floor every game.
Somebody's going to play hard, get in the lane, try to create scoring opportunities for myself and my teammates, and just somebody's going to try to give it its all every night.
In no time, Joseph will be creating scoring opportunities for one of the top 10 programs in the nation for attendance.
Just 18,000 people every night, very loyal fan base. I want to be on the big stage. I want to play in front of the crowds. I noticed this year I get goosebumps when I was out there just watching the guys come out in warm-up lines. I'm definitely looking forward to playing that atmosphere for sure.
Caleb Joseph will be able to show off his talents right here in Omaha when the Blue Jays welcome the Yale Bulldogs for their season opener on November 10th. Reporting from the CenturyLink Center Omaha, Zach Williamson, WWT 6 Sports. 2 weekends ago, the Cyclones picked up their 3rd win of the season and their 3rd win against a top 6 opponent in the past 2 years, defeating the 6th-ranked West Virginia Mountaineers 30-14 in a game that they dominated on both sides of the ball. And with the bye week, the team is prepared and ready to change its focus to their next opponent, Texas Tech.
You know, the bye week came at a really good time for our football team. You know, last week for us was a really good time for our older guys to kind of get back to the basics and kind of really reaffirm some of the fundamentals that are really important for us to go forward. Obviously, take some really good look at some of our young guys in our football program, which was really good for us. And now you come back to a really good football team that we've got to great challenges Saturday.
Iowa State has handled Texas Tech and their air raid offense pretty well the last 2 seasons, winning by an average of 35 points a game and holding them to about 10 points per game. Texas Tech's 5-2 record this year, though, proves they have made big strides on both sides of the ball.
They get off the field on third down. You look at their red zone defense, you look at their third down efficiency, and then you look certainly at the success that their offense has had in the red zone. And then you look at their, turnover margin. All those areas, you see them that they've made great improvement.
And Brock Purdy shined once again against the Mountaineers, outplaying Heisman candidate Will Grier. The team has raved about not only his skill set, but his presence as a leader and his composure on the field.
Brock is a very humble kid. Just being able to be around him is just humbling for me too. So just to be able to have that kind of guy just step up and understand that him being humble is the key to everything is definitely cool to see.
He's handled it pretty well, He's treating it like he's an upperclassman, which he's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and he's just getting better every day. And as he keeps playing, his confidence continues to rise, and I think that's what helps him throughout the season and throughout the rest of the games we have.
The game will kick off at 11 a.m. Saturday at Jack Trice Stadium as the Cyclones look to cap off another perfect October. For Cyclones.tv, I'm Zach Williamson, and as always, go Cyclones. Senior center back Jordan Inga grew up in Ankeny, Iowa, just 25 miles south of Ames. She loved soccer and Iowa State. So when Iowa State coach Tony Minata gave her an offer to play soccer as a Cyclone, it was a no-brainer.
Growing up in Iowa, I always wanted to go to Iowa State, so once the opportunity came, I couldn't pass it up.
The 2-time state champion came to campus in 2015 and noticed the game was much faster in the Big 12 than it was in high school.
The first year, one of the first practices, the ball came to her, and she actually was trying to decide what she was going to do with the ball when one of the seniors just ran around her, took it, and went and scored a goal. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, what just happened?" Realizing that the game is a lot faster, a lot more intense. You have to play for, no matter if you're in practice or a game. And the first opportunity or glimpse we got to see her play really at a high level was in the Iowa game her freshman year.
It was only fitting that the Iowa natives' first action came against the in-state rival, Iowa Hawkeyes.
So that was my first game I played in, which was very exciting because I'm from Iowa, so it's a big rivalry. A little nervous, and I think you could tell right away when I went in, but I knew that I had to make the most of my opportunity if I wanted to keep playing, and that's what I did.
And she did indeed, being a spark plug off the bench right when the team needed it most.
She got in there, and one of the first times she touched the ball, she just flew forward, and the other team wasn't expecting it, and she went right at them and was just fearless. Right then and there, you could see that she just had that special quality that she rises to the occasion, true gamer type player, and that's really was the first time that we really knew she was going to be the type player she is today.
Ever since that debut, Coach Minata knew she needed to be on the field, and each season her time on the field increased, so much so that she was on the field for all but 15 minutes of the team's games last season.
The reality is, with so many consistent performances that we've had, she's been steady, constant, and one of the main reasons that's kept us in games. We've had some really close games, some great opportunities, and she's a huge reason why we're in those games.
Starting every game and playing 90-plus minutes in all but one game isn't possible for many players. But Jordan Inga isn't like many players.
Taking care of my body, doing everything I can, being proactive about everything, drinking water, eating well, getting the rest when I need it, going in for treatment, making sure I'm on top of things so I can play those 90 minutes every game.
Just that progression and see the commitment that she's made to want to really perform at a high level has been awesome to watch.
Jordan is now enjoying and embracing her final season with the Cyclones, with a senior class that has become so close over the years.
I think we're one of the only, we have the most in our class, and we've all been here since freshman year, so we've all been together, lived together, still do, so it's been pretty awesome, getting to play all 4 years with everyone and going out on our last season together.
With her career coming to an end, the senior captain reflects on what makes playing at Iowa State so special.
Just the atmosphere, team atmosphere. The games when we come here, there's always tons and tons of fans, so just getting to play here and the people I play with.
And Coach Minata knows at the end of this season, he's going to be losing one of a kind.
She's an ultimate competitor. She hates to lose, and she shows it with her play, just consistent effort, battling time and time again to not let the ball go in our goal. And off the field, she just always has a smile on her face. She's a great teammate, somebody that everybody really respects. She just is a true Cyclone.
For Cyclones.tv, I'm Zach Williamson.